You think it's too late to start a business? I'm going to tell you why 68 or a little younger, a little older is the perfect age to start a business. Watch and find out. Hi, I'm Greg Colosi. I am 68 years old. I've been in business all of my adult life. I've started 33 plus businesses, but I started one recently. So we're going to talk about that a little later on. And let me tell you why I do this, okay? I've had the fortunate ability to help business owners start businesses and improve their existing businesses. Do you know how it feels when you give some advice? They take it, they put it into action, and it works, and they make a ton more money, okay? A ton more money. I helped dry cleaners for many, many years getting route customers. The traditional way to do that is by going out and knocking on doors, okay? Most business owners will not go out and knock on doors, and you need to be able to do that to train others to do the same thing. So I came up with a method to get route customers without knocking on doors. It involved taking a garment bag, a 22 by 6 garment bag, you know, the ones that are printed on front. It's in that plastic vinyl type material. I wrote a sales letter and I tested it back in about 2005 or so. I'm sorry, sooner than that. I started the business in 96. So in 98 or so, I tested that concept. Okay. And I was able to put out 100 bags and get 5 new customers on average. So I taught that concept to the dry cleaning industry, those that wanted to get more route customers, and I helped over 650 dry cleaners. Now the only thing is different is I'm helping seniors start businesses. It's the same idea. I'm going to get, and I do get the same satisfaction from helping you than I would a seasoned business owner, okay? I have done most of the things that I'm going to tell you about. And if I haven't done it, I know people that I know very well that have done these things to make their businesses work. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's break some myths first. Myth number 1, I got no energy. Okay, let me tell you this. This has happened to me in my lifetime. If I can't jump out of bed at 4 a.m., I go to bed early and start working, something is wrong, okay? When things were going wrong, I had no energy. Get something exciting in your life, guess what? The energy will flow, okay? If you're overweight, like I was a year and a half ago, I've lost 65 pounds in the last year and a half, lose some weight, okay? This newfound energy to start a business will also give you the energy to do what you have to do to go ahead and lose weight. Leave a comment below if you'd like to find out how I lost that 65 pounds. It's different than most people, and I was never hungry, okay? I'm set in my old ways. Are you telling me you can't teach an old dog new tricks? You can, okay? Just decide, and it will happen for you. So get that excuse out of the way. By the way, I don't accept excuses. And I know what excuses are. Don't accept them from my 2 kids. Tougher to not accept them from my wife. But my friends, they know how I am. They don't make excuses in front of me. And most of the people I hang around with, okay, are like me. They don't make excuses, okay? So any excuse you make, I'm going to debunk it, and you're going to do it, okay? If you want to do it. I'm too old, okay? I'm 68. And I'm going to tell you about my business and how I felt. It's only about 6-7 months old right now, and what's happened since then, okay? And technology. Listen, if you can learn, if you're a handy guy, and you can learn how to do something handy, which I'm not handy at all, but certain things I am handy with. I like to cook and bake, and if there's any piece of equipment that has to go with that, I figure it out, okay? It's just a matter of figuring it out. And I'm going to give you a lot of ideas over the course of these videos on things to do. And the easiest way to get help with technology is get a teenager, okay? Or somebody in their 20s. You probably got some grandkids. Maybe you got some kids if you started later in life. Uh, they know this stuff. They can help you. And another way to learn is the way you're learning this right now. You got on YouTube or you Googled it and you found a video of this. You tuned in and you're learning. You can learn anything on YouTube. I call it YouTube University, okay? You can learn anything. My wife and I have this standing joke. She asked me how to do something. Guess what I say? Check on YouTube. If I ask her, she says, go to YouTube. Okay, it is the modern way to research anything, okay? And if you haven't already done it, do it. And I watch my YouTube on my 55-inch TV out in my office. By the way, this is my office, man cave. What else? Office, man cave. Oh, and in the back, you see all those pots right back there? I got a kitchen back there also. I love to cook. It's a passion of mine. I see some golf. You see some golf stuff in the back. I'm a golfer, and I collect old hickory clubs. So this is a pool house. It's about 75 yards from the big house, I call it, where my wife stays most of the day. And I'm out here most of the day, heating, air conditioning. And I work back here. So I forgot while I was talking about that, something to do with technology. But anyway, this is where I work. And this is, 55-inch TV. So I sit here and I watch YouTube on my 55-inch TV, okay? Do the same thing. No need to watch it on your cell phone. I mean, iPad or something like that is a little bit better, but if you put it on your TV, the app is on your TV. I use Roku or Amazon's got that Fire Stick. Any one of those, you can get it on your TV. I also got the premium one, which is $11.99 a month, where no commercials, okay? None at all. I just zip through everything. And I start my day every day learning on YouTube University. Okay, key lessons from my journey. Okay, let me talk about my journey. Like I said, I started a long time ago. I was 23 years old in 1980. That is when I had my very first business. Fortunately, or unfortunately, you could frame this as a tragedy or a success story. I looked at it as a tragedy for a number of years. And the reason, to me, it was a tragedy is that business that I started in the second bedroom of my apartment back in June of 1980, hired my brother Mark and two other salespeople. We went out and sold. For you my age, you've heard of MCI, and Sprint used to be, okay, a local, you could call all over the place at a severe discount. There was MCI that competed against AT&T and Ma Bell and Sprint, and I started one of those companies, an independent, long-distance phone service. I sold out about 4 years later for a measly $100,000. I was 27, and that was a lot of money to me. I didn't seek any advice whatsoever. I just sold it because I thought $100,000 was a lot of money. Well, 3 years later, they went public. My share would have been worth 20. You're right, $20 million. It gets better. 5 years after that, it sold to AT&T for $1.1 billion. My share would have been worth over $100 million. And I beat myself up for a number of years because of that. That's how you can look at that as a tragedy, okay? And I thought when I sold out, this was so easy to start, and it was effortless for me. I didn't know what I didn't know, okay? I didn't know what I was supposed to know. So I just attacked it and went ahead. I would tell my younger self now, go seek counsel. Go ask someone what you should do. And I have since then Here is the advice that I got. You could have kept half of that stock, still sold it for 100 grand, and used the other half as a lottery ticket. That's what I should have done. It would have been 50 million instead of 100 million, but hey, 50 million is not too bad. So that's how my journey started, okay? And I've started 33 businesses. Most of them didn't make it. Now, not all went bankrupt because I'd start it, run it for 3 months, and if it didn't work, I'd close it down. That wasn't a bankruptcy, but I've had a couple of companies that I had to take bankrupt. But let me tell you this, I learned more from my so-called failures than I did from my successes. So the ones that didn't make it, I learned a ton from. You do not learn from your successes, you only learn from your failures. So I am going to pepper you with the experience that I have over these years to help you run your business while you're collecting Social Security. Okay? Why not? Why not? Okay? So, key lessons I've learned. Leverage your life experience. I was a dry cleaner. I had a dry cleaning pickup and delivery route. I figured out how to get route customers without knocking on doors. So, I took that experience and I sold it to 650 plus dry cleaners and generated over $2 million in sales from my programs. So take your experience. Your experience could be a hobby. It could be that you lost 65 pounds and you can share with people how to do that. Or you beat diabetes, which I did also. You could show people how to do that. You now have gone through something. You could teach somebody how to beat diabetes without being a doctor if you didn't beat it yourself, okay? So that is an experience that I went through. Maybe you know how to play an instrument. Maybe you can play the guitar without notes. There's got to be a way to teach that. And if you don't know how, go on YouTube University. I'm sure there's somebody else doing the same thing. It'll click some ideas and help you do that. Okay? Maybe you've got a hobby of some sort. You can also teach that. So down below, tell me what your hobby is, your passion, what experience you have that you think could turn into a business. Or write me a little paragraph on what you've done your whole life, and I'll give you some ideas. So comment down below. Okay, next is start small. Don't go invest 50 grand into your business, okay? I always start with no money. Okay, I call it Italian math. My last name is Colosi. I'm Italian. I start with practically nothing, okay? And I'm going to tell you about my experience starting a business at age 67, actually, and how I did that with no money whatsoever. Okay, let's see. Go research to validate what your passion is, okay? Let's say it's crocheting. Go on YouTube and look on YouTube and see what it says about how to crochet, okay? Now, the next thing is key. Go inside the notes, okay? And look and see if they are offering anything, a course or products that are on Amazon that you can make a commission off of. If they're not, they're doing it wrong. Find the ones that are, and there you can make money. People are not on YouTube not to make money. And the only way to make money, most people think, is you get all those views and then YouTube pays you a commission based on all the commercials on your channel, okay? That's not the way I make my money on YouTube. I generate leads from YouTube, leads of people like you that want to start your business, and I help you with that, okay? So go validate your passion, go validate your experience on YouTube and find out if others are doing it. That will definitely validate it. And if you can't find any validation, leave me a message down below and I'll help you find validation if there is validation. It is not good if nobody's doing it on YouTube, okay? Unless this is something brand spanking new, okay? Like how to use AI to crochet. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if that's such a thing or so, but if you're a crocheter and you know AI, maybe there is a way to do that, okay? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Okay, next is balancing health and energy with business demands. Like I said earlier, you're going to get excited. And here's my schedule. Here's how I work. And I've done this since I've been 40, so for 28 years. I never work on Fridays. Take Fridays off. Unless I'm really excited about something, I might work Friday morning. In the summer, definitely not. I'm golfing on Fridays, okay? Saturday and Sunday and Monday afternoons, I'm a golfer, okay? That's what I do. So I set my own schedule. Now, I like to get up early. So I'm up at 4 a.m. I do a bunch of stuff, exercise, stretch, da-da-da-da-da. I'm out here in my office by 5 a.m. Usually I watch an hour of something inspirational on YouTube to help me in my business or my health. And then I get right on it, okay? I get right on my business, whatever it happens to be, okay? Today, what I did this morning is I outlined this video. I had an idea to do a video on this. I created the outline this morning, and I'm shooting it right now, 10 minutes after I created the outline. Okay. Navigating new technology and online tools. We talked about that before. Technology can help you. I can't imagine doing the businesses I do now without technology, without the internet. In the 80s and early 90s, I had businesses where I ran one-man shows without technology. I was able to make it happen, but it's not as easy as today. And getting into a business is so much easier today because of the technology that we have. If you can't figure it out, go to YouTube University and or get a teenager, okay? Maybe a grandkid, a kid, a nephew, a niece, someone that can help you out because they can help you out, okay? Okay, why it's never too late. Age is actually an advantage. If my younger self, when I was 27 and sold my company stock, the rest of my stock for $100,000, okay, if I knew what my older self knew, I'd be very, very rich today unless I lost it there. So your age is a definite advantage, okay? I encourage you to take the first step. And the first step is coming up with what you want to do, okay? Comment down below and tell me the kind of business that you want to start, a passion, an experience, and I will comment on it. Okay, let me tell you now what I've started in the last 7 months. So 10 months ago, 7 months, actually 7 months, 12 months, so 5 months before the 7 months that I started the business, we started an Airbnb in our home. We've got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and you can get to that without coming through our living space. By the way, people will come through your living space if you want that, and if you want some help or some ideas on an Airbnb, if you've got extra rooms in your house, you can make cash, okay? We make $1,300 a room with traveling nurses. So comment down below if you'd like to know about that Airbnb deal. So anyway, that was crazy. In and out, in and out, in and out. And we thought maybe they'd be changing the Airbnb laws, and they have since then, which are short-term stays. Traveling nurses are mid-term stays, okay? They stay more than 30 days. So that works so well in our home, I went out and got 3 other houses. Now, I didn't buy them, I rented them. And I rented furnished houses. I only looked for furnished houses. So I didn't put any money into it. If we needed some changes to be made before I did it, I'd get the owner of the house to make the changes. Okay? 4-bedroom houses, 2 bathrooms. And I rent to nurses by the room. And 2 nurses per bathroom. Traveling nurses get in town here at one of our hospitals, they get a $1,250 per week, tax-free stipend for housing, transportation, and food. And then they get paid $40, $50, $60 an hour. So they're willing to pay for a nice place. $1,300 for a room is higher in our market, but my places are gorgeous. I invested squadooch to get that started. I invested my time. You're going to invest your time to do that, okay? And I started it quickly, and now it's 7 months, after we got this started, and I can tell you I've got a full-time income with the traveling nurses. And you can do that too. And I started that when I was 67 years old. Okay. I have a tendency, when I talk on the phone to people, I am much more confident. Okay. I don't take anybody's bullshit. If I don't think things are going to get worse later on, one of the things you and I have learned over the years, okay, if your gut feels bad about it, if your instinct is not there, cut it right off. Okay. I had somebody that had a house I wanted to rent. She wanted to get involved in all the parts that I'm doing. And I said, hey, I'm here to manage your house, not you. That's the benefit of working with me. So in a nice way, I said, I don't need all that help. I take care of all of it. Well, she wouldn't let up. And I just told her I can't. And she had 5 houses she wanted to give me. Okay. I said, it's not going to work. Okay. Go do it yourself. It's not going to be a good mixture. You're not going to let me do my thing. So I let it go. So over the years, you get lots of confidence, okay? Lots of knowledge. So that's why you're not too old and it's never too late to start a business. So go start a business. Comment down below. Tell me what your passion, experience, and tell me what business you have an idea. I'm starting. Comment below and we'll talk soon. Make it a great day.